I wanted to take this opportunity to talk a little bit about the work that you've done regarding advancement and coming up with a program to bring additional resources to your school outside of tuition. When we talk about the concept of fundraising, too many schools are back in the old traditions where we think we have to sell something in order to get the funds that we need. In today's world, people are bombarded with so many different requests that we become somewhat numb. And people are very particular about what they give to. So I want to make sure that you remember two things. One is that you need to have a plan. That plan needs to be comprehensive in nature. And when you build that plan, you have to make sure that you do the homework on the front end. Find out who your donors are. That's a major part of any kind of comprehensive plan. The other part is that you need to make sure that you engage your donors. And several of you in the material that you submitted talked about the fact that you need to get the right people. I cannot emphasize that enough. You have to have the right people. And you also have to build relationships. If you don't have relationships with your donors, the chances of success are diminished tremendously. Why? Because people give to organizations where they believe in the leadership and they believe in what that organization is doing. How do you get people to believe in your organization, to believe in your school? It's by talking to them, making sure that you are always talking about the needs of the school, making sure that your alumni, your parents, the grandparents, the local community understands all the great things that are going on in your school. But most importantly, how their participation in whatever way possible can turn into a huge success, but you need their help. I just finished working on a $7.2 million capital campaign. We start off with a goal of 4.8 to build a new church. We moved that to the point where we needed to build a new parish center. So the total came out to be $7.2 million. We have 600 families in this particular parish. 600 families. In South Carolina, not a lot of huge donors, but huge support. People gave because they believed in the leadership of the parish. The pastor that we have is always talking about the sense of community and who we are as a parish and what we do to support one another. When we talked to members of the parish about our plans, we didn't talk just about the buildings. We talked about what the buildings were going to allow us to do for young people. We have a college campus just a block or two away from the parish. We have college students coming. Why is that important? That's important because we needed to make sure that people understood the impact that the parish has on anybody that comes into our doors. How do we support one another? How do we share the mission? When we ask people about donating, you would think, again, small parish, there's no way we can do it. We finished the church. They already made the pledge, and then we said, we think we'd like to do this. A lot of people have expressed interest in it. And we talked to them about what the parish center would allow us to do. $7.2 million. At the end of this year, the parish will be debt free. We will have paid off all of the construction loans, and we are in our new buildings. I say that because we spent a great deal of time talking to people. And when I was reading your posts and you were saying things like, you have to get the right people, you really do. I always say, if you think by nickel and diming people you're going to get the funds that you need to build buildings or expand or provide additional support for the classrooms or salaries for your teachers, it's not going to happen by selling small little things. It's by having a plan, getting people involved and talking about it, making sure that you're excited about it, the leadership of the institution is excited about it, and you have people who are going out and asking for funds, who believe in the mission and can tell your story. It's about telling the story. As the leader of a school, you have so many responsibilities. You're asked to make sure that you have all the right people in the right places, and make sure that the students are learning and accomplishing. Your faculty feels empowered. But none of that happens unless you have the funds to do those things. Tuition alone cannot accomplish that. When you reach out to donors, remember that it's not for you. It's for the people in the school, for the students. And you talk about the impact on the lives of those children. And when you do that, and you ask people to share their gifts, the chances of success grow astronomically. Why? Because people want to be associated with something that is positive and that will impact the lives of students who enter your school, not just today, but for years to come. Always remember that as you plan fundraising activities in your school, there must be a statement, a mission statement for your school. And there must also be a case statement. Why should someone give to you, your particular school? Why should they take their hard-earned money and give it to you? And will you be a good steward of the funds that they give you? If you don't have that trust, it'll never be successful. How do you build that trust? It's by talking to people. It's by engaging people and telling the stories about all the successes that you find in your school. That's what we hope to do. So as you build out your advancement plan, think about that, about what you want to accomplish, why you want to accomplish it, and how you will do that. That means you have to know your donors. You just can't simply send out a letter or a brochure or email or a text and think people are going to give to you. Not to the amount that they can. They might give you $50 or $100, but maybe they could give you $10,000 or $20,000. Maybe they can give you $100,000 if they believe that their money is going to make a difference. And that's your job as a leader of the school. I hope these thoughts have helped you as you think about advancement in your schools and what you can do to make it successful. I appreciate it and have a great day.